toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the FIU Panthers, just outside of Miami and Pit Bull Stadium. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Florida Atlantic Owls, taking on the Florida International Panthers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Florida Atlantic ready to kick it off and get this game started. On the run from inside his own 5. He'll step out of bounds at his own 13-yard line, and that will not go down on the teach tape for kick returns. The Panthers offense will have the football first. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you've got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game. But
oh, he's got some space. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down. FIU pushing tempo.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Right back to the well. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Able to get a foot down in bounds and make the catch. And the Panthers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Keeps it on the bootleg. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line. FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The Panthers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him tote the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
The 7th play of this opening drive, they'll need to move the chains on 3rd and short. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. And it's incomplete, the long pass downfield they couldn't hook up. So Florida Atlantic's offense will get the ball for the first time. And we'll get a quick look at one of the early leaders for the Heisman. Winning the award as a running back certainly demands something beyond the normal. He's going to have to put together a stellar season, David.
No, he will. And listen, it's hard for running backs to...
Turning it on! At the 20. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising. promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points, but they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. And the Panthers want to move quickly. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends...
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, after ripping off a big-time run on his opening carry, a negative play this time around, and this is going to be key. They're going to keep giving him the ball, and they need him to have more positive plays than negative ones if they're going.
He's loose. The 40. At the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Owls.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
They'll move the wide receiver. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running route to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Takes a hit as he fires. And the defense getting a hand in there on third down. FIU will line up to punt. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Breaks into the open. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. The Owls, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Might be looking to run. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. And you just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. They get to him as he throws. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. That is no good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Handoff to the single back. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. FIU pushing tempo. Rides to the back. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. From the the gun on third down. Looking down the middle. Got a man. It's Temple. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Under fire. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats.
International 0.
Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Back to pass. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. Got his man downfield. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. The Panthers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Trying play action. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Offense working from the pistol. The give on the option. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be first and goal from the 8. And the Panthers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a
throw to the end zone, picked off. The 50, the 30, the 10. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. How about this defense taking one back to the house? No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, I believe someone calls it the Conference of Champions. Pac-12 action today. Buffalo is in trouble. Check that. They're in a world of trouble. May want to head out early and grab a table at the Anchor Bar.
Offense in a bunch formation. They'll leave it with him. There he goes. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. FIU pushing tempo.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Using his feet. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Wants to go up top. They'll run the screen. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Panthers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Wants to throw on third. Oh, Oh, that slithered right through his fingers and would have been his second interception of the game. Instead, it's 4th down. FIU will line up to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. From the gun, the running back has it. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Handoff from the gun. Ridden out of bounds at the 45, a big play for this offense. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the lore of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows that oftentimes your legacy as a player is defined by how you play in rivalry games like this.
And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. 2nd and goal for the offense. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Owls! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone.
I think there were a lot of doubters that wondered how this team was going to be able to handle this environment and whether or not they could find success early in this game. They have proved all of those doubters wrong. They have been dominant in every phase, on offense, on defense, and on special teams, and they are piling it on here early in this game on the road.
The Florida International offense is back on the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Gets it past the marker. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. And the Panthers moving quickly to the line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Gets it out fast. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. Makes the catch. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one. The Panthers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. They bring the punter onto the field now. No fair catches here, looking for room. He's got great speed, and he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Complete downfield. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Complete. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
He's going for a big play downfield.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finish the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll ride the running back and leave it with it. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And this linebacker has left his big old paw prints all over this first half. He's been clogging running lanes and forcing turnovers, and even when he's not doing something that shows up on the stat sheet, he's preventing that offense from doing so. A young man with all-American potential.
He'll bring it out. It's Perkins. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Takes a handoff, and he's going right. He finds enough room to get it up to the 28-yard line before going out of bounds. And the Owls are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll run the option. And the ball is free on the pitch. Offense scoops it up and still going. He'll go out of bounds, but a solid pickup on the run.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
Florida Atlantic will go to work with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like, coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
They'll go to the ground. Jukes his way for more. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He'll be brought down, but he was trying with everything he had to turn that disaster into a first down. He came up a little. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Now, we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. The Owls are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They kick it away on 4th down. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. And the Panthers backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Vaughn. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Here comes the offense on second down. Out of the gun, the inside give. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. FIU will line up to punt. He gets a block. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Might as well stick with him. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. And that is no good. And they missed a field goal, so something has gone wrong today. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. To the ground with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. And that defense is all over that one. No room to run after the catch. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. Short gain on the play before he slides. FIU will line up to punt. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Looking for a gap. It's McGee. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the right. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. And guys, Florida Atlantic is on top. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Hands it off on the counter. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware. But you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And this offense does it again on 3rd down. They have been so elite on 3rd down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The give as they work on that clock. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And I tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of pain.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Florida Atlantic decides to punt it away. That last punt basically flipped the field. They'd like to do it again. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Florida Atlantic will send the punt unit onto the field. First punt was gorgeous. Let's see if he can do it again. And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one. They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. The give from the gun. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
And these are these moments as a defense, like, you're just trying to get out of the game. We're rotating, we're subbing, like, we've stopped them all game long. Like, they can run the football right here. The biggest thing is the clock ticking, us getting out of here with the dub, and really, everybody staying healthy.
The freshman brought down after a really nice run there. It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt. Let's see if he settles down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Bickley. Throws for the tight end. He's got an open man. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs. They'll run play action. Bring in the heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
And it's all about coachable moments, and obviously they have not had a ton of success throwing the ball in this game. But as a coach, I think you're just looking for positives, like that play right there, even late in the game. Taking your steps, making the right read, an accurate throw, positive plays that you can build upon offensively for the next game.
Yeah, and no nonsense. I like it when you get downhill. You know exactly where the sticks are. I'm not trying to get a 20 or 30-yard gain. I got to get that first down. 3rd and 2, I'm going to be physical. Nice job by that running back.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
screen pass just not working there. You figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just...
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job, or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give us up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
They boot it away. And that one will find its way into the end zone for a touchback.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every